welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all doing well and I hope you're having a good week. Today I am doing some make, do and mend. I'm fixing a skirt for a lady in church. No, a lady who, sorry, she's not in church. I'm fixing a skirt for a lady who I go cleaning for here once a month. And she asked me to fix her skirt for her. She's in her 90s and she's got these things that she really, really enjoys wearing but are too long for her. And now she's losing her sight. She's a bit concerned that she's going to fall over them. She used to love wearing long skirts and she's concerned now she's losing her sight that she's going to fall over the edge of the skirt and they're getting a bit big round the waist. So what I've been doing with her skirts is I've been taking the elastic out, replacing the elastic, or taking the waistband off, making a new waistband and putting new elastic through. So that's what I've got to do with this skirt here. Now, a couple of weeks ago I did record some footage for you of me starting the skirt on my sewing machine, so I'm going to stick that in this video for you, and then I'm going to see you at the end and we're going to finish the skirt off and I can get it back to the lady all ready for her to wear and hopefully it'll fit. So we're going to hand over to Past Hazel and I'm going to show you what I'm up to with her skirt. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm sat outside in the porch. Excuse the noise in the background, it's the washing machine. I'm just doing a frugal living bit at the moment, so I thought I'd switch the camera on. I'm just going to change the elastic in this skirt. It's for a lady who I go to do cleaning for once a month called Peggy. And I tried to cobble it together last time and it didn't work. I just tried to use the original elastic and turn it up because she said it was too long. But it just ended up stretching too wide and it's now too wide. So what I'm going to do is I've got my sewing machine out and I've decided I'm going to just put a running stitch along here, a stretchy running stitch along here. And then I'm going to cut that bit of elastic off. Then I'm going to turn it over and do another channel and then pop the elastic back through. And I think that'll work really well. So what I want to do was I don't want to cut the elastic off before I've stitched it because it's got a lining in it and it's really slippy and I don't want to have the faff of trying to get the lining to sit in properly while I stitch it. So I thought, well, while the elastic's on, it'd be a good time to just do the running stitch along it now, so catch all the lining in and then cut it off. So if we just leave a few millimeters gap, be able to get the scissors in and cut it off and then it'll all be stitched together. So that's just a little handy tip for you if you're new to sewing, if you're new to sewing, that if you just stitch it first before you take the elastic off, everything's all nicely tightly packed together and then you can just turn it over, pop your elastic in and it's a nice easy job to do. So that's what I'm going to do now. So just turn you down. Right, so this is my sewing machine. It's a Genome sewing machine, or Genome, however you thingy bob, and on it has got a stretch stitch, so I think that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a stretchy zigzag stitch, I think. We'll see how we get on. I'm going to cut the tags off, I think, the loops for hanging it up. I always stitch them back in. And you can see the loops here, so I'm just going to snip them off. Right up against that elastic. I don't know whether she needs them, but it's always handy to have them back on in case she does. So snip that off. Yeah, that's all of them. Right, my sewing machine's all set up, ready to go, hopefully. hasn't been used in a while. This is a quilting machine, but I haven't used it for quilting. I haven't ever tried, to be honest. Quilting's not one of the things I've ever tried. So, tried many things, but not quilting. Right, so let's see how this works, shall we? Pop it right up there. I'm on number 9. Right, let's see how we get on. Now, don't throw this away, because this sort of thing is useful in the garden for tying plants. You can pop that through a post, on the top of a post, and that could go around your tree. So don't throw it away. It is useful. Keep it for something, even if it's just something in the garden. So there's our skirt. It's all held together at the top. As you can see, it's all held together nicely now at the top. So what I need to do now is pop a channel in. So turn that over. If I turn that over, I can tuck that stitch in and pop the elastic through the channel at the top. So I'm just going to go and get my clips. I've got some clips upstairs, which are better than pins, and then I'll just clip that together and we'll stitch it back on the machine. Right, so these are the clips that I'm using for the elastic, and I need the elastic to be 82 centimetres. So I'm using, excuse me a sec, using 1 inch elastic, because I always find 1 inch is the best, because you get a nice wide elastic for the top of the skirt and it doesn't tend to twist. I always do put a few stitches in the waistband just so it doesn't stretch, so it doesn't twist when it's in. So yeah, 1 inch elastic, it's black, it doesn't matter, it's not going to be seen. So yeah, 82 centimetres is what we want. Lots of noises round here today, and it's not the back, there'll be people at the back either, so that's 66. Got out of camera. I'm going to make it 85, 86, and that way I've got 4 centimetres overlap. Because I like to overlap my elastic. And then that's got good stretch. A really good stretch in it. So hopefully this is going to work. I don't think you should have that stripe. It's got a stick. Just a sec. I'll show you what I'm doing with the clips, and then we'll put the elastic in. Okay, so I've used the clips at the top and I've used pins on the bottom, and the clips are just going to hold everything in place at the top while I pop it through the machine. I was going to try and do it without using pins, but it just wasn't going to work. So because of the type of fabric it is, it's very slippy. It does need clips. So that's a little bit thin there. Push that down just a little bit. So all you do is you just take your clip, pop it on the top, a bit like one of those paper clamp clips. and it just flattens out the edge and neatens everything up. I've already cut my elastic, as you've seen, so just need to do my channel. I'm on a time slot at the moment, so I've got to be there for 10 and it's nearly 9:30. Right, just make sure when you're feeding it through the machine that you allow it to stretch a little. Don't do a really tight stitch, and allow it to stretch a little, and that way you still get the give in the fabric. So don't let it feed through too fast. Now remember to leave the opening for your elastic. I've just nearly forgot. Right, I'm just going to go and get my needle for my elastic. Right, this is a needle for threading elastic. It's got a nice long metal point on the end. I don't know if you can still get them, but I got this in a sewing box I got off a lady who died in church. So all you do is you take your elastic, pop the pin on like that, and you're away to go. You just push that point through the skirt and that sorts it out. So all you're doing is take your clips off and your pins out. You can do this with any elasticated skirt, whether you put weight on or whether you've lost it. You can just alter the size of the elastic inside, and it saves you having to go out and buy a whole new skirt if you don't want to or you can't afford it. I've done this many times over the years. Got a few other skirts to do upstairs that have come from dresses, and I've cut the bottom off and made them into a skirt. So a very versatile method. You don't have to use one of these pins. You could use an ordinary safety pin, but I find unless you use a really big one, they get lost in the skirt. Right, where am I? There's the gap. There's my gap. There it is. Right, let's thread this through. Just make sure you don't open the pin. I've done that in the past and it's really difficult to get it back out. Really difficult. So all you're doing is you're just using the pin to pull the elastic. You hear the swallows? Right, okay, so it's a few days later and I had a problem with the elastic on the skirt. It it came off the pin and got stuck halfway through. So just find my needle. Yeah, it came off the pin halfway through. So I had to thread it through with a knitting needle and just poke it through. But I did it last night. I forgot to switch the camera on. So the elastic's in. I've sewn it. The channel's already been sewn before I put the elastic in. But I've noticed there's a couple of bits where it wasn't picked up. So what I'm doing is I'm just going around and checking it before I take it back and stitching the bits that I've missed by hand. I'm doing a back stitch. It's going to take me a few minutes, but I'm pleased that I've managed to fix the skirt, and she's managed to recycle a skirt without having to go out and buy one. So yeah, make do amend, make do amend. So what I'm going to be doing through the autumn is I'm going to start making my own clothes, because I've been losing weight and I've been on a diet. I'm doing intermittent fasting and I'm doing that for 100 days. And what I'm doing is every few days I'm going to eat, and the rest of the time I'm just going to do juices and smoothies. Sorry, I'm looking down because I'm doing my sewing. So the beeping in the background is I've bought myself one of those electric pressure cookers, so I can cook my husband some nice tasty meals without having to use the oven and power up the oven for cooking, because we're on full electric here anyway, and I just think it's going to be much cheaper for me to use the pressure cooker instead of the electric oven. So last night I made pinto bean casserole with potatoes out of the garden, and it took 20 minutes to cook. And you know, I had some last night and it was absolutely delicious. I'm not eating today and I'm not eating tomorrow, but I will be eating on Friday. So that's just how it's rolling, really. I did do, I think it was 19 days without any food straight. And then I made a homemade pizza and some wedges, and that was Friday. Did I have Saturday? Oh, we went out on Saturday and I had a baked potato. Didn't eat Sunday. Oh yeah, I had homemade soup on Sunday. And then I didn't eat Monday. I had the casserole last night. And then I'm not eating today or tomorrow. And then I will eat again on Friday. And then I won't eat again then until probably Tuesday. So that's just the way it's going. Just a sec. Sorry about the noise in the background. That'll be the dog. He's chasing his ball. Anyway, I think that's it for my Make Do and Mend section today. I have got a few other things to do. And when I do them, just a sec. Just throwing his ball. When I do them, pop the camera on. I've got some elastic to put on a skirt, which was a dress that I've made into a skirt. It's got pockets. Oh, I'll just show you. I've got this skirt to make into this dress that I cut the top off. It's one of those crossover dresses, and I don't like them because I'm quite big chested. Getting smaller with losing the weight. But I don't like things that gape open with me being quite big chested. So I took the top off and I'm going to make it into a skirt. It has got pockets. It is beautiful. It's got butterflies on it. It's a just below the knee length skirt. And there's enough of a waistband at the top for me to pop some elastic through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch along the top, thread the elastic through, and that should hopefully work. I'm hoping so. It's going to be gathered. There is a bit of a thing here from when it was the dress, but you know, I don't really think it matters, does it? So that's going to be a skirt. I've got some leggings to repair for the garden. I always find with me, don't know whether it was because I was quite big, that the leggings go into holes like that. So that's just the side seam between the legs. So I'm just going to stick a running stitch, a stretch stitch on it, and hopefully that will sort that out. And then I found this, and I want to make it into a dress as a pattern for me to copy, for me to cut around. And I'm going to clone my clothes. I've done a video about it. I think it was last winter, and then I just got so busy around here, do you know, I just never got round to doing anything. I think it was when I first started my channel. If I can find it, I'll pop it in the I button here. And what I did in that video was I cloned some of my clothes and cut round them onto brown paper, and then I just put the patterns in my workroom, and I've never done anything else with them. So what I thought was I'd clone this, and I've got another one that's on the washing line that I like. It's a denim one, and they're sort of land girl look bib and braces like this one, and they're my favourite type to wear. They're really easy, really comfy, and you can wear them with tights, so you can wear them with leggings, so they're really versatile as well. But this one, because I got so big, it went into a hole. Now what I'm thinking is of just repairing the hole and popping pockets on the side. It has got a pocket detail here, there, on either side. But I thought that I could just put pockets, a big pocket, just on the sides, and then I can put things in. So I'll stitch that pocket up on both sides, and just a sec. So yeah, that's the plan for that one. Stitch the hole up with some stitches, don't know how I'm going to do it, and then pop 2 big side pockets on so that it covers that stitching, and it'll match on either side. It is a bit tatty, but you know, I don't care. I'm only going to wear it in the garden. I'm going to put that you tie this on, and it's a bit of a nuisance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put buttons on this, and then it'll be like this one here with the buttons on. And yeah, when I do them, I'll stick the camera on and I'll show you how to update your clothes, being able to get a bit more wear out of them in the garden. Because, do you know, whenever I go to the shops, I can never find anything I like, anything I want to wear. And yeah, I just think I'm not going to go wasting my money on things that I really don't like. I find more in the charity shop than I find in the ordinary shops around here in Wales where we are, because there's not any good shops really for clothes. And that's Shein. Yeah, you can get some nice stuff on there, but you know, it's all pretty much the same, and I can make it myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I've revived this. I found it in a charity shop. It's a nice, just a gillet type thing that keeps me warm. It is hand knit, and then I've got this over the top because I'm a bit cold, sat in the porch. The sun hasn't come round yet, and it's a little bit cold. So I think that's it from me. I'm going to get going now. And I'm going to go and see my lady, take her hair skirt back, do her cleaning, and yeah, just get on with my day. So hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell, and that'll tell you when I upload new videos. And if you'd like to support me on Ko-fi, the link is in the description bar below, and we really do appreciate a treat here now and again, and it does help with the running of my YouTube channel, because it means I can go to the cafe and upload my videos a lot quicker than I can at home. So I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.